Okay, so here's the Napa version of the Mastercool Hydraflare system here. It's a great tool. Does multiple kinds of flaring. Double flare was a GM fuel line forming, and metric bubble flare, like my 2003 Cavalier had these things. And push connect flaring, which is like the fuel lines on that F-150 that's out there. Now I'm just going to do a quick demonstration of the double flaring on the Hydraflare here, and it's actually pretty straightforward. This is 3/16 line here, so you just grab your 3/16 die set here, drop it into the unit with the indentation on that side there. It's kind of hard to do this with one hand, so you're gonna have to bear with me a little bit here, but then you insert your tubing in it and you just leave it so it's just flush with the end of the die. Tighten up the die, and this is something that I found was kind of critical, was that you really have to tighten that die up good. This little handle is barely adequate. At one point I thought about trying to swap this out for a just a nut and using a wrench to tighten down on it, but it's some oddball fine thread, and I didn't. Anyway, so then the next step is you choose your die, 3/16. It goes from 3/16 all the way up to this size, which I believe is 1/2 inch, and of course 3/8, which is a pretty common fuel line size for at least for the GMs there. Okay, close the valve, and then all you do is, and this is going to be a bit of a fun part here. Give me a second here. I'll set the camera up onto a little stand here. Okay, so you've got your 3/16 die in the unit here. I'm just trying to see it on the camera, and start squeezing the trigger here. Oh God, this camera stinks for close-up stuff. Okay, line the pin up with the center of the. Here, I'm not having a lot of good luck here. Okay, line the pin up, pump it until you meet pretty significant resistance. Open it, push out that, and insert the cone tool here into it. Close the valve, pump it up, and open it, and you're done. And it forms a pretty nice looking flare. There you can see that. Probably not that great on the camera, but a decent, or actually I'd say a pretty good flare. Certainly a lot better than anything I did with the mechanical style of flaring tools. I made it look pretty clumsy here because it's kind of hard to do it, on camera and watching a tiny little screen, trying to make sure that you've got it in view. But it's actually is a really good tool. This is the Napa version, but it is, I'm sure it's just a rebranded version of that Mastercool one. I got this on sale. I think I paid, I don't remember what I paid. I think I paid $400 for it, and it's well worth the price. So go pick one up.